Welcome to Python learning session. Today, we'll be talking about problem number 2. It's about paying debt off in a year. So the premise is we have a certain amount of debt at the beginning of the year, and they have the bank account at the annual interest rate. And by end of 12 month, our balance should be zero or less. And this problem is asking us to find out how much we have to pay every month such that our balance is zero or less than zero by 12 months after 12 months. For this, we have been provided with a calculation of monthly interest rate, monthly update on unpaid balance, updated balance each month. Therefore, we don't have to worry about different formulas. We have been provided with those formula, so don't worry about it. Therefore, let's begin. Let's begin coding to solve this problem. How do you think we should start? Can you tell me? Okay, let me tell you. Let's start with defining a function such that it will take those inputs, balance and annual interest rate, and produce a lowest payment per month. It has to be constant every month. All right. So let's get started then. The function we're going to define is def get lowest monthly payment, and we have balance and interest rate. These are two things we need to input to make this function work. Now, we have been provided with balance, and goal is to find a balance that needs to be balance, find a payment that needs to be paid every month. In a sense, where interest rate is zero, we just had to divide balance by 12 to get the monthly installment. Where when the interest was zero. So this is the ideal point to start to find the actual installment we have to pay with interest. This is a good point to start. Now, what we could do is that we have to check whether if this installment is greater than 10, because what question says is that the monthly payment has to be the multiple of 10. Now, if the balance is less than is less than is less than 120, the monthly installment may not be $10. Therefore, we have to see whether we have to check whether the monthly installment is less than 10. Then we have to make some adjustment based on that. If M installment is greater than 10, what we do is we need to make it multiple of 10. We need to make a multiple of 10 such that M installment minus the modulus of that, the remainder of that, is multiple of 10. Else, If it is less than 10, then we'll just use it as it is. We don't need to do anything about it. We'll just say that the monthly installment is should be whatever it was. And monthly installment 10 is a variable we use to search for the correct installment plan for lowest monthly payment. Now, what we need to do is we need to calculate monthly interest rate. And for this, we'll divide annual interest rate by 12 as shown here in the question. Therefore, the monthly interest rate will be equal to annual interest rate divided by 12. We haven't given a balance here, and balance is the amount that we owe to bank at the beginning of the year. Now, for processing, we'll assign a new variable to this balance and say it's end of month balance equal to balance. And we want to keep processing or try to find lowest payment unless we find a balance that is less than zero. So we'll do some kind of process that we will keep on doing for whole year till we find a balance that is less or equal to zero. Now let's get started to find a balance. We can hunt the balance. What do you think we should do first? Well, let's start with assigning the EOM balance again. Why do we do this? Because for every loop, for every iteration, we need to reassign EOM balance to balance because balance will be reduced as we go on, iterate through the month. And in next try, we have to bring back EOM balance to the balance. That's why we'll do this reassignment. Next thing, what we need to do is we need to go through, look through each month to find the correct balance. That's why we need to do this range where we'll do 12 times. And we'll use a formula called monthly unpaid balance equal to previous balance minus minimum fixed monthly payment as given in the question. For this, I will write down this. This is the formula we need to use. Monthly unpaid balance is a new variable which is equal to end of month balance minus monthly installment 10. Next thing, what we need to do is we need to calculate a new end of month balance after the payment has been made. And the question says updated balance each month is monthly unpaid balance plus monthly interest rate times monthly unpaid balance. Therefore, we'll use this formula to show that. Now, at the end, we need to increment our monthly installment 10 by 10 so that it remains the multiple of 10. Therefore, what we'll do is if, and we will do only if the end of month balance is greater than 0. If not, then we won't bother about it. If end of monthly balance is greater than 0, then What we'll do is we'll do monthly installment, increment the monthly installment by 10. And once we do that, we need to print out the lowest payment. Now, we have finished, luckily, we have finished our coding. Now let's run this. And it works. Now, there are a few test cases we need to do. And here are test cases that we need to check for. And it is giving me some error. Why is that? It is giving me some error because it is saying that EOM balance referred before the assignment. And while there is a spelling mistake here, and that's why it is complaining actually. Now it will be okay. Let's run this. And let's run this. And this is exactly what we need. So let's recap what we learned today. We learned about coding, Python coding for paying debt off in a year. In this program, we utilize while loop, we utilize for loop, and we utilize if and then condition, and which allows us to print out the correct lowest payment, which is a multiple of 10 for whole year. That's all today. Thank you so much. Have a good day.